to another episode of Post Shave. I'm your host, Con Kazantzidis, and this is where we get to look at what's happening on Shave the Man around a whole range of social media platforms. So without further ado, let's get on with the questions. Con, what is a triple mill soap? What does triple mill mean? Why do they last longer? Are they better than soft soaps? I know they're harder than most soaps, but that's the extent of my knowledge. Thanks for this question. As the name implies, a triple mill soap is a soap that has undergone a process of passing through a mill 3 or more times. Why though? What's so important about putting a soap through a mill? Well, part of the saponification process, apart from it producing soap, also produces very tiny crystals. These crystals are not uniform in shape and therefore may affect the efficacy of the soap. The other thing, of course, is that soaps that aren't milled contain a lot of water. When they contain a lot of water, a lot of the soap itself is taken up by soap and water and tends not to last as long. Passing it through these heavy-duty mills at least 3 or more times, some soaps even go through 5 times, means that you're crushing the soap into smaller and smaller particles, and of course removing excess water. Now it's a balancing act because you don't want to remove too much water from a triple milled soap, as it will just turn into a crumbly mess. So there really is an art to making a true triple milled soap. As for the benefits and whether it's a better soap or a worse soap, look, it certainly does last longer if it's made properly. Is it a better soap? Well, that's debatable. One thing I do know, though, is that it tends to be a little more pricier than other soaps because of the labour that goes into making such a soap. I hope that answers your question. How many brushes should one have in a rotation assuming daily shaving? Trying to convince the wife I need another. This is a good question, but it's also one that falls into the category of being a dangerous one, in that one could be prescriptive and say you need to have 5 or 6 or 7 or 8,000 brushes, or you just need to have 10. I guess I could answer this by saying, how many brushes does a painter need? Can you paint with 2 or 3 brushes? Absolutely. But the more you tune and fine-tune the art, the more you'll require a different brush. Brushes all perform the same function. They enable you to produce a lather either in a bowl or on your face without too much difficulty. What you like and what works for you, of course, varies incredibly. Your mileage may vary, as we say. So, what I would recommend is to at least give all the brush types a go. That is, a horsehair brush, a boar brush, a synthetic brush, and a badger brush. Are any of these brush types better than other? No, absolutely not. They all work, but what works for you can only be discovered by you. So I would recommend at least 4 brushes in those types. Brushes depend on use. Utility is very important in this hobby. Are you a person that uses hard soaps? Are you somebody that prefers creams, for instance? Are you a person that likes to shave with crops? This, of course, is another consideration when looking at what brush to purchase or how many one should have in one's rotation. I know people, for instance, that only use creams. Perhaps it's a little overkill to go and buy a brush from each type of hair fibre available just to satisfy that particular curiosity. You may lean more towards a badger, or you may lean more towards synthetic. The choice, of course, is yours. But what I would suggest is that you try at least all of those brushes, and if they don't work for you, then you can sell them on or give them to somebody, or, I don't know, perhaps give them to your wife. Speaking of your dear wife, perhaps you should ask her how many makeup brushes she has. Just saying. Buy brushes. Just buy them. They're fun. Look, the product that I want to share with you today is one by L'Oreal Men Expert. What a wonderful pre-shave product this is. Hydra Energetic. Chock filled with magnetic charcoal. Now, it sounds like a gimmick. In fact, it sounds a little self-indulgent as well. Trust me when I say that this is one of the best pre-shave cleansers money can buy available on the market. They're readily available. They're available in pharmacies and supermarkets everywhere. It's really good stuff. Funny thing about it is it's black. It looks like tar. Smells beautiful. But what it does is remove all those impurities and oils and gunk from your face and prepares you for the shave. If you're going to use this and not shave, I would recommend that you use a moisturizer straight after it. It can be a little drying. The charcoal does remove a lot of impurities, but if you haven't done so already, check it out. It's a really good product. This episode's shave of the day is not a shave of the day. Not that predictable, come on. No, it's a video channel that I'd like to highlight for you. If you haven't done so already, check out Kevy Shaves. Kevy is a wonderful man, a gentleman in fact, a voice-over artiste. Check him out, I'll put the link below. Well, the time has come for me to say adieu for another week. We'll see you again in the next episode, and until then, remember, either shave it off or keep it nice.